Hi, thanks for having me as well. Very happy to be participating in this program with Dun& Bradstreet. Look, the pandemic has hurt businesses of all sizes, both large and small. So the impact has been unprecedented. The small and medium enterprises, of course, have got a little bit more of the share because of the cash reserve positions that have generally been lower in that segment. But I feel that they are the backbone of our economy, both in terms of generation of employment and in terms of contribution to GDP. They are an absolute necessity for us to actually get back to the path of growth. I feel very confident that some of the initiatives that were taken for this sector are very encouraging. It's helped them to build back some of the liquidity that was very much needed during these times. But I see that the small and medium enterprises also need to take some significant steps so that they can make their businesses future-proof. I'd probably say that there are 3 or 4 very critical areas where small and medium enterprises need to now pivot. The first one is that there is a lot of unpredictability of cash flows today. Businesses don't know whether they will receive cash from the customers in time. They don't know when they can actually have a situation when their vendors can demand payments much faster than before. So it's very important that today all businesses, especially the small and middle enterprises, are able to generate alternate sources of liquidity. Now, it could be in the form of getting more lines of financing from banks and NBFCs. It could be having more corporate card options. Or it could also be something which is very, very eminent now, having a very optimal working capital cycle. I would say that every business needs to look into a self-generation mode, see how they can monetize their receivables better, what are the options available in the market and utilize them. And also on the payment side, what is it that you can embed in your system so that you can get extended payables? So you'll be able to generate cash on your own. So that's a place where businesses need to invest, and that will help them to get back onto the growth chart. The second place, which everybody is talking about today, is cost efficiency. All businesses have to be very, very, very focused on cost. And that can come through process efficiency and digitization. That's also very, very key and important today. And I'll give an example. Most of the times in the pandemic and when such situations hit businesses, we saw that there were manual touch points, there were leakages, and there were also areas where businesses could not actually pay or receive. So in such circumstances, I think it's a great time for small and medium enterprises to evolve their processing, automation, and get more visibility and control of their business. And it's also very critical for compliance as it grows, in these virtual environments. I would say the third one is probably the most important one, is also building slightly more agile business models. What I mean by that is that you have customers at the center of your business. You need to understand what channel works for you better. Do you want to be online and offline together? Does offline strategy not work for you anymore? You need to understand how much more digital you want to become in terms of embedding payment options for your customers, because 70% of your customers really want to pay online. So do you have that enablement? And also on the payment side, how offline are you? Are you still operating in checks? Are you still having a system which does not give you real-time visibility? So how do you move away from that and get all sorts of right data points and cash flow visibility on real time so that you're in much better control of your cash flows and your business? American Express is known globally for its brand value. And that's been built over a long period of time. A lot of hard work and a lot of commitment has gone into that. And I would say that it's a virtue that most businesses can acquire, not just small or large, but any size can actually emulate that quality. And I'll give some context to this, that when we say that we are very committed to our brand, what we mean is that we are absolutely true to the promise that we make. You will actually notice that not just our customers, but even sometimes our competitors swear by the value that we bring to the table and the truth of the value that is there on the table. So I would say if companies build a ethos and a brand value and a commitment story towards their customers, it pays them in the really long run. The second place where I would say, American Express has done a fantastic job is we've been there in the business for 170 years, and it's not a small number. It's something we're very proud of, and that's only been possible because we've innovated through these different challenging times. So COVID is not the only disruption that the world has faced. So over the 170 years, whatever disruptions have come and gone, American Express has actually innovated for its customers and been relevant in the times. And that's a key attribute that small businesses or medium-sized businesses can actually also take forward. And let me take an example which is more pertinent during COVID. Most of the times cards are usually used for travel and entertainment. But what happened during COVID was that this spend completely stopped for our customers. But American Express decided that they will continue to deliver value onto the card, and we ensured that all sorts of business payments could actually be used, and the card could be used for all sorts of business payments, whether it was online spends, whether it was digital advertising, whether it was logistics, courier services, everything that could possibly be spent online, we helped our customers to get there and generate more savings. So that's one example of saying that, times could be tough. If you are innovating well and if you are listening to your customers, I think you will be able to ride through any sort of crisis. And probably the final one I would say is, which is pretty much resonating with what I said earlier, is that there is a very strong commitment to our customers. We believe that the only way we can succeed is if we back our customers. And we've demonstrated that through various value offers that we keep doing, innovations that we keep doing, digital products that we keep coming out with, and also a lot of digital advisory that we do for our clients so that we can actually be their partners in their story for business growth. We are a digitally native company, right? We are into the business of commercial payments and commercial cards. So our offerings are very suited for the current environment and very suited for all sizes of companies, and especially small and business enterprises who are now getting onto the path of digital transformation. And let me take a few examples. I think in this time, it is very critical for businesses to have a complete control on expense management, process efficiency, have data and analytics around that. Also know how can they generate more savings through using cards. So all of these products are available with us. We have a world-class product which is used for travel and entertainment today, which helps you to streamline all your travel and expenses. Whether you are in country, out of country, there are all sorts of dashboards that are available which will help you for compliance. We've got interesting products on the digital side which can help you to digitize and streamline your vendor payments. So that helps you to create extended payment terms. That's something that can be used as an offering through our procurement cards. We also have a very interesting product which is useful for the small and middle market businesses who are on the path of creating systems on payments. So there is something called a buyer initiated payment, a BIP product, which helps you to actually do bulk uploads and digitally pay your suppliers. And also enjoy extended payment terms. And also on top of that, I would say something that Amex is known for, and we are probably one of the very few in the market who can do that, is provide you probably the best-in-class service. Because at the end of the day, one is selling a product and second is actually servicing that product. So that's where the rubber meets the road, and I feel that there is nobody else other than Amex who can do better than that, and very essential for small and medium enterprises to have that interface available with them. And lastly, I did touch upon that. Analytics, something which was only common for large organizations. I think we have the ability to provide absolute in-depth analytics even for small and medium enterprises, which makes it very powerful to kind of transform businesses in their environments despite being small. there was a heightened need to be very, very digital as COVID hit us, right? Because we all became virtual. And because we believe that digital is the way to go, a lot of the digital infrastructure that we had created over the years actually paid a lot of dividends during this time. For example, we all know that India is a very paper-based economy. Everything is done only with the exchange of paper, but we were able to actually 100% digitize the onboarding process for our new customers and even our existing customers. So we don't take a single paper now for the sake of onboarding, which I think was revolutionary in a way, and a very, very pleasant customer experience for all the clients who actually came into the Amex family. The second place where we innovated, and I did speak about that, was enabling digital payment options for our customers for vendor payments. I think that is also need of the hour, the way the supply chains are getting more and more digital and more real time. All these options that can be embedded in your systems very seamlessly and help you to pay digitally, and also take, member rewards or any sort of rebates that come as an option. That was something that was very useful for the digital journeys of our customer. Another place where we kind of accelerated our efforts on digitization were client engagement, as you said. So we are fully engaged with all our customers on apps, on desktops, on iPads, on chatbots. So there is 100% servicing capability that we have, which again is very unparalleled and very needed, because today we had customers who were calling from all over the place, and sometimes they didn't have networks, and we could still engage with them over the chats and over the apps. So I think that was very useful. And lastly, I would say the products that we have per se are digital in nature. So today, a lot of our customers came back to us and said that how can we help them improve their customer journeys. So we were able to, and we are present in the country for 99 years. Next year we are going to complete 100 years. So we have a big base of large, medium and small customers already that we service. So we help to create more digital infrastructure for our smaller customers and help them get their receivables faster within our own network. For example, there could be multiple customers that we have into the Amex family who already have corporate cards, and we had on the other side smaller customers who were actually facing issues on receivables. We actually tied the two and helped them generate faster cash from their receivables and help them in that journey to wade through this liquidity crisis. So I would sum it up that we want to be the digital partner, and there are various ways and means in which we are engaging with small and medium enterprises to help them navigate through this crisis.